So friends, in our previous class, we have discussed about two major divisions of nervous system. One of them was about central nervous system. Another one of them was about peripheral nervous system. Under peripheral nervous system is included somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Okay, so somatic nervous system, we have discussed about that. And now let us discuss something about autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system means what? Autonomic nervous system means which have some degree of automation. I mean, as a result of some kind of change in our experiential trajectory, as a result of some kind of change in our mood, as a result of some kind of change in our feelings, as a result of some kind of change in our emotions, there is that change. I mean, accordingly, there is some change in our biological system also. And that kind of change in our biology, okay, is coordinated by autonomic nervous system. Okay. So, for example, as a result of anxiety, as a result of experience of stress, as a result of experience of love, there can be some change in our body. So those kind of changes are coordinated by our autonomic nervous system. Okay. So there are two kinds of efferent nerves that we have in this particular nervous system. Okay. So one of them is sympathetic. Another one of them is parasympathetic. So sympathetic here means what? Sympathetic, you can say, I mean, the very word sympathetic denotes for that there is some kind of tuning. There is some kind of tuning to whatever is happening in our immediate environment. So there is a lot of sensitivity. Hmm? So sympathetic nervous system actually is active whenever there is some kind of fight or flight kind of situation. I mean, there is some kind of fear, there is some kind of anxiety. So any kind of emotion which can be, uh, related with some kind of arousal. Okay, so sympathetic nervous system takes charge of our, I mean, autonomic nervous system whenever there is any kind of arousal. Okay, so any kind of anxiety or any kind of stress or any such kind of in which there is excitation. Okay, and whenever there is some excitation, you know that there are certain changes. Okay, if you are going for the interview for the first time, there can be, I mean, increase in palpitations of your heart. Okay, if you are going to meet your, I mean, any new person, okay, then also there would be increase in palpitations. If you are attending your examination for the first time at any university or at any organization or of any paper, then also there is increase in palpitations. So what all such kind of things indicate? What all such kind of scenarios indicate? They indicate that there is some kind of change in autonomic nervous system. So this kind of change is because of activity of sympathetic nervous system. And sympathetic nerves, they are projected from, they extend from, they are, I mean, originated from the thoracic area of our spinal cord and lumbar region of our spinal cord. Okay, then another one is parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic means what? Parasympathetic nervous system means that kind of nervous system which is active whenever we are having very, I mean, some depth in our emotions. I mean, there is some relaxation, there are some other kind of emotions. For example, whenever you have forgiveness, whenever you feel compassion, or any other emotion which can induce a sense of relaxation. Okay, so as a result of that, there is, I mean, parasympathetic activity that, I mean, takes domination. Hmm? So whenever we do some kind of puja, whenever we do some kind of worship activities, then parasympathetic nervous system gets activated. So parasympathetic nervous system gets activated in different kind of situations. For example, whenever you are reading any, you are in company with your parents, with whom I mean to whom you are liking very much. Okay, I mean you feel very much relaxed, you feel very much secured. Okay, and there can be meditation, there can be different kind of yoga. Hmm. There are two divisions, one of them is sympathetic, another one of them is parasympathetic. Sympathetic for those kind of situations which are emergency situations. Whenever there is some sense of urgency, there is fear, there is anxiety, there is stress. Okay, parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, that uh, takes domination whenever there is some sort of relaxation, whenever there is some sort of any such emotion which is very resting, which is very, I mean, which provides some nourishment to our physiology, to our to our, I mean, emotions, to our mind. Okay, so this was about autonomic nervous system that we have discussed.